A recent caste survey in neighboring Telangana has found out that nearly 89,000 children under the age of 18 are engaged in daily wage labor across the state. Now, the socio-economic, educational, employment, political and caste survey shows that around 14% of these children belong to the Madiga scheduled caste community, while about 11% are from the Lambadi scheduled tribe group. Overall, roughly 1% of the state's population under the age of 18, the report says, is involved in daily wage work. The survey also found that the incidence of child labor is higher in certain communities, with the Kollam scheduled tribe recording the highest share. The findings are part of a broader data set that also highlights variations in education levels, school dropout rates, and access to schooling across caste groups in Telangana. The survey, officially called the Socio-Economic, Educational, Employment, Political and Caste Survey, was conducted by the government of Telangana, with the planning department acting as the nodal agency overseeing the exercise itself. Just days ahead of polling in Tamil Nadu, the assembly elections here have seen a right-wing think tank file a complaint alleging financial and political collusion between the church and the DMK. Now, the Legal Rights Observatory, that's the name of the think tank, has approached the Income Tax Department seeking a probe into what it claims are suspicious transactions worth hundreds of crore rupees allegedly routed to the Tamil Nadu Catholic Bishops' Conference to influence voter support. Now, the complaint follows earlier political allegations around the role of religious institutions in the campaign, further sharpening the contest between the DMK-led India Alliance, including the Congress of Cause, and the BJP and AIADMK-led NDA Alliance within the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, there has been no official response from the DMK or the church bodies on these specific allegations so far. The allegations also come even as the Tamil Nadu Bishops' Council wrote to Catholic churches across the state with its customary pre-poll advisory urging congregations in Tamil Nadu to vote for secular parties and not for those that incite communal tensions. Now, the complaint, remember, also comes a day after Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin met with bishops and other church leaders across the state as the DMK looks to rally the support of the Christian vote bank here in Tamil Nadu. Now, speaking of this vote bank itself, TVK chief ministerial candidate, that's actor Joseph Vijay, also looked to tap into its support. Now, Vijay, remember, visited a church in Tiruchirappalli just yesterday, which, remember, is one of the two constituencies he will be contesting from, where the actor turned politician knelt down, lit candles and prayed as cameras all around him recorded these moves. Now, remember, the minority vote in Tamil Nadu is crucial for all parties contesting polls because both Muslims and Christians, remember, make up a significant 15% of the state's total electorate.
আমি বাজে কথা বলি না
ये आसाम है मॉडल 2.4 की रेडी है
Right, with just a day to go before campaigning wraps up in Tamil Nadu, we at South Central stepped out to bring you the mood straight from the ground. Tonight, we're putting the spotlight on two first-time candidates, one from the DMK and the other from the AIADMK, both stepping into the assembly arena for the very first time, both contesting from key constituencies in Chennai and both hoping this is their moment to break through. Different parties, different pitches, but the same big ambition to win and win big. Take a look. Over the last few days, we at South Central have been bringing you political voices from the ground in Tamil Nadu. Incumbent ministers, key opposition voices, as well as multiple hot takes on policy, infrastructure, social spending and ideology. But with just a few days to go for polling in the state, we thought, why not hear from a whole new category of aspiring MLAs? So on the show today, I hit the ground running and profile two young faces from Chennai who are about to take their first big splash in Tamil Nadu politics. Let's start with the DMK. Contesting from Chennai's Villivakam constituency is first-time candidate 44-year-old Karthik Mohan. The son of two-time DMK MLA M.K. Mohan Karthik is one of the DMK's younger faces this election, and he's squaring off against the TVK's Adav Arjuna in a constituency known to be Chennai's primary MSME hub. I caught up with the candidate on the campaign trail. Let's listen in to how that conversation went.
I worked with my father for the past 10 years alongside him, solving problems, being with him, learning how to connect with the people, how to take the schemes to the government, how to be a bridge for the people and the government. I learned all that being side by side my dad. So I start off with an edge here, with experience is what I say.
Okay.
I take that as a good sign for myself.
Absolutely. Let's talk about Villivakam for a bit. The largest of Chennai's constituencies, an MSME hub in a sense. What do you bring to the table in terms of industry, economy and the job scenario really, especially at what is the trying economic climate?
Yep. Let me just first correct you, Jude. It used to be the largest constituency, yeah, but now it has 1,59,000 votes.
Okay.
It's been after delimitation, it is not the biggest constituency anymore. I just want to clarify that. And as you said, there is a huge class of working sector in Villivakam. Yeah, and there are a lot of youngsters. I want to guide them into a proper channel. Either let it be sports because of the youth presence here, and even as you said, MSMEs. And I need to make sure all these people are trained in different various lines, and I need to place them in jobs. That is going to be one of my key factors I'm going to work for in Villivakam.
Right. What are some of the big challenges that you face right now on the ground, Karthik? I know for a fact that the DMK government has been in power for 5 years now, but you've been on the ground campaigning for a while. You've lived in the neighborhood just next door, in fact. What are some of the challenges that you see today?
I'm not living next door. My house is in Villivakam, and I've been a Villivakam voter since my first vote. Okay. So I am a resident of Villivakam. Okay. And I actually don't face very many challenges here. The party is really strong here. It's a DMK bastion. We won, I think, 4 out of the 5 previous elections. So I just go to the people, and all the schemes of the Chief Minister and the government have already reached the people in a big level. Okay, and so I don't get many challenges. Like for example, some places there are few things like previous rains there was so much of water, but this rains you've already cut everything. Few areas there's logging. Those kind of small teething issues are there, which I'm going to come and solve. And the manifesto has been a real big boon to me, I could say, because the women, the youngsters, everyone, the manifesto has reached everyone. Okay. So they come to me and ask me, how do I avail this? How do I get that? How do I, the women's scheme, is it going to be every month? How are they going to give us? So they've already believed in us. Okay. And they feel that we are going to win. That is a big plus for me because they've started questioning me about the manifesto also, and I keep clarifying to them. I
can't quite help but ask you about your political opponents as well. The likes of an Adav Arjuna, Vijay in Perambur, again one of Chennai's constituencies, are in the vicinity. I know for a fact the DMK has a seasoned legacy behind it. You have feet on the ground, and you are up against a first-time challenger in a sense in the TVK. How's it been squaring off against them? Has the star power of Vijay and let's say his second-in-command Adav Arjuna been a bit of a challenge for you to contend with?
No. See, I view all my opponents equally. Yeah, I actually feel my opponent is Vetri Alagan, the previous MLA who won the constituency by 37,000 votes. I need to beat that. That is what I see as my competition here. The victory is written. I just have to make sure of the victory margin. Ask me about TVK or whatever. They are fighting the elections on the social media and the media. We are fighting the elections on the ground. We've taken our schemes to the ground. We are asking the people directly, and they are supporting us. The perception battle there is making a big, I don't know, what do you call it? Just making hype over the whole thing.
Okay. I have to ask you though, like you mentioned, Chennai is a DMK bastion in a sense. Yes. If indications are right, the party could well make gains yet again in Chennai itself. So overall, how confident are you of both your victory and the DMK's impending performance in the upcoming assembly polls?
You just mentioned that Chennai is a fort of DMK. It is so. I'm seeing on the ground. I worked in Annanagar. I know how the situation in Annanagar is. It is, if not better, it is much better here in Villivakam as well. The people have given me absolutely great support, and DMK will hold Chennai. I can tell you that for sure. It is a bastion of DMK, and we will prove that on May 4th.
have to ask you one last question before I let you go. The DMK is often subjected to criticism that it's a very nepotistic party. A lot of political pedigree is given a lot of importance when it comes to giving out tickets and handing out opportunities. I think Adav Arjuna also referred to a nepo kid sometime back in a recent interview of his. What is your take on it, Karthik? As someone who is the son of a politician, of a legislator, is that a bugbear that continues to bug the DMK in a sense?
No, no, no. I actually would like, good you asked me this question. I want to clarify it. My father has been the MLA for 10 years. I worked beside him for the past, for the complete tenure when I was with him. I learned so many things from him. So I see that as experience. And let me be clear, no one's handing me the win here. It is not, I'm not being nominated the MLA over here. I am also contesting the election. If people feel that way, they shouldn't be voting for me, right? I don't think people feel that way. They see that as experience. And I bring that to the table. I start with an edge. That is how I see it. People who are bitter about the whole thing, people who see victory for us, and people who are afraid of loss can say things like that. I don't give much thought to that.
From one first-timer to another, in Egmore, the AIADMK is fielding Abhishek Rangasamy. The 36-year-old law graduate and entrepreneur has had his tryst with local body elections in the past, but will be contesting assembly elections for only the first time. The debutant politician already has his work cut out for him. After all, Chennai is known to be a DMK bastion, and the AIADMK and TVK both will find it a challenge to break new ground in these parts. However, what Abhishek will be relying on is the advantage of familiarity. The AIADMK candidate is no stranger to these parts. He went to school in Egmore and grew up in this neighborhood. But that's not all that the MLA hopeful hopes to bank on when it comes to securing a victory in these polls. Let's hear more from what he has to say.
Edapadar is for younger generation. It was something like everyone's jaws were dropped. Okay, they were thinking, why a youngster? That too in Chennai, that too in prominent Egmore. So it was on that day when he announced Abhishek Rangasamy for Egmore, it was a message, clear message to everyone. I'm the youngest candidate. I believe one of the youngest candidate in ADMK, and it was one of amazing moment for me. And I believe the reason he chose me because I am 18 years into this party. Okay, and I am the current district youth wing secretary for South Chennai. He felt that youngsters, young generation, young minds, the new gen should come into politics so that they can do really amazing things.
You know, Abhishek, what really fascinates me about your candidacy is the fact that you don't have political lineage with you.
Exactly.
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, your father is an academic.
You
don't have a political background in the family.
Exactly.
And yet you have spent 18 odd years, like you said, in the party itself. You're a very different candidate in that sense. Most candidates, at least in the Dravidian parties, do have some political lineage behind them. What got you to get into politics and stand electorally in a high decibel poll contest this year?
See, I believe that you know it very well. We both were in the same school. We both were in the same cultures, and you being a culture secretary, you know the way we used to hang out, and all those skills, the leadership skills, the small leadership skills, made me join the party in 2008. When I was college second year itself, I joined the party. And day by day, when I see people welcoming youngsters, see, they used to say, why youngsters are not in politics? My story is, but only if they see an youngster in the politics, then you get the change. I really felt the change what people expect. They want a young blood. They want someone fast. They want someone who can take decisions quick. And they want someone intellect. So all these things made me pursue this career more and more and more. So at one point of time, I thought I'm into business. I'm into a proper business. My livelihood is business. Okay, I don't make money from politics. I make money only from my business.
What do you bring to the table really with regard to Egmore itself? It is a neighborhood that you are not new to. You went to school there for all of 14 years.
All the 14
you know the place quite well. You grew up in Egmore in many ways, going to school there. What are you bringing to the table and what is your strength really? Familiarity, of course, yes, but more than that, what are you bringing to the table and what is the strength that you go to the poll booth with?
I am absolutely very sure, okay? The things what I'm going to put on this table at this point of time is going to make a huge change. I am an athlete. I own a brand called Dumble. It's a sportswear brand. And I am also a government contractor, registered government contractor. Since I'm contesting an election, I suspended it. So I know when it comes to the brand Dumble, it's a sportswear brand. I know how to put youngsters into sports. I have done lot of studies when it comes to sports. So at this point in Tamil Nadu, you could see the drug culture, which has been elevating. 300% is what it has been shooted from 2021 till 2026. So the only way you can stop bringing the drug culture into excess is to bring sports inside them, bring some activities, bring nice. You should make the youngsters energetic. So that is one part which I'm going to put on the table. The next part, me being a government contractor, I know how to bridge the gap between the grievance what people face and how to solve the problem. If you have a road problem, you have a sewage problem, you have electricity problem, I know how to bridge it quickly and efficiently. That is one unique thing what I believe I can put onto the people. I can bring it to the table and make things act quickly.
I have to ask you, Abhishek. Egmore is a very prime area in Chennai itself. It's also known to be a constituency with a lot of business. It's a commercial area itself. Since, of course, a large part of our audience, is a business-following audience itself. Investments, business opportunities, infrastructure-wise, how do you think Egmore can possibly benefit should you win the election?
Exactly. So I previously told I own a brand called Dumble, my own brand. It's a Nitya Ayog Best Brand Award winning. So when it comes to business part, there lies. I know how to keep people. See, I am been campaigning for the past 20 days, 25 days odd. I could see people are suffering, especially business people. Near Chulai, all these people, they have been threatened by all the bureaucrats to pay this, to pay that bribe, so much of bribe in these things. So all these things, I would really want to stop all these things and make business ease. They have to do it. See, a businessman is someone who's, me being a businessman, I know what is the pain he is going to face. So he should do business at ease, not always facing people, paying them bribe. All these things have been rising up in DMK government. I really want to stop all these things and bring business front into foremost and give them a clean part. And second thing, see, the other contenders who are going to fight with me in EGMO are all either spokesperson or all either they are a TV anchor, something like that. But me being a real politician, I'm into the field. I'm the youth wing secretary. So I know the real problem what people are facing day to day. So that could do a great change, I believe.
Last question before I let you go.
Yeah.
Hopeful of winning, and if yes, how confident are you?
See, Jude, I'm 100% confident. 100% confident. People, they give me, they really want to change.
Well, there you have it then. Two different candidates, different strategies, different ideologies too, but the same level of confidence and zeal to win and win big. Will they? Won't they? I guess we'll know on the 4th of May. For the moment though, the heat of the poll battle continues even as the DMK, the AIADMK and the TVK put their best foot forward to score what they hope will be a decisive electoral victory in Tamil Nadu. Well, from some inexperienced first-timers to a seasoned campaign hand, former Tamil Nadu BJP chief K. Annamalai is confident of an NDA victory come elections. He also said that women would be the silent voters this year around that could unseat a nervous DMK. Let's listen to a slice of their conversation with Times Network.
Last 2 days to go for the elections in Tamil Nadu, and the BJP has brought out the top guns. Prime Minister Modi in Coimbatore, Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Mylapore, and the star campaigner Annamalai in multiple spots within Chennai, across Chennai. First, I want to ask you in the video, Mr. Annamalai, thank you for joining us on Times Now. And, there's a video that's going really viral, and I want to ask you first about that. Prime Minister Modi on stage, EPS on stage, Naina Nagendran on stage, but when your name was taken, the crowds cheered the loudest. How does it make you feel seeing such love and support from people?
Just a Karyakarta of the party, madam. It is not the cheers and the love they give is for Modi ji, and we are all instruments of change following Modi ji's path. I continue to say this for the last 4-5 years. And all the love they give through us to Modi ji. We are all, end of the day, an instrument to bring Modi ji's vision to Tamil Nadu. It doesn't matter, end of the day. The prices and the applause and even sometimes the brickbats also. That is part of politics. And I continue to be who I am. I have certain principles in life. I continue to maintain those principles. And I continue to follow follow my own passion, which is to bring change at the grassroots level. And right now the party has given me what to do for the next 2 days. For the last 1 month I'm doing this. Next 2 days I have to continue to do that till 20.
আমি বাজে কথা বলি না
ये आसाम है मॉडल 2.4 की रेडिया
Well, on that note, we've come to the end of today's bulletin. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon with more news and updates from the region. For the moment, it's goodbye.